Hi everyone, Rachel Jensen here, broker owner of Luna Realty Belize on the beautiful island of Ambergris Caye. Today we are diving into a topic that we have been asked about quite a few times, and that is tiny homes. And if you are someone who's interested in tiny homes, maybe you have tiny homes, maybe this is a new venture for you. The one thing that you want to make sure is that the tiny home is well laid out, that has been thought about, and it is taking advantage of every nook and cranny to make sure that you are not giving up any comforts that you have when you're looking at a home. Today, we're going to be looking at two specific models. These are tiny homes that I think are really great options for people who are looking here in Belize. And what I really like about them is the layout of them, which I'll show you in a moment, and also the construction methodology that's used. I'm going to share that with you in a minute. But first and foremost, I wanted to welcome you to the session here. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at info@lunarealtybelize.com, info@lunarealtybelize.com. You'll see that email address in the description below, and you'll also see any links to any other videos that I mentioned or anything specifically that I mentioned, you'll find in the links below. So with that, let's get started and look at a couple of the tiny home options. So to start, we are talking specifically about the Aruna development. Aruna is located on the west side of Ambergris Caye, a 5-minute boat ride from the heart of town and a 15-minute drive from letter H there, which is the popular Secret Beach. There is a community shuttle that takes people back and forth from San Pedro town to Aruna. And if you're somebody who wants to drive, you can of course drive from town. It'll take about an hour 15 minutes to do that drive, but it is certainly possible to access the property by golf cart or car, depending on what it is that you have. And what I wanted to mention about this property that makes it so unique is the canal feature. There are only a couple of canal front communities on Ambergris Caye. This is the only canal front community that has such quick access to Secret Beach. And I think that's a huge plus for anybody who is looking for convenience. So with that, we're going to be focusing specifically on the tiny homes today. In that red outline, that's where you'll see the available tiny home community. This is within phase 3. All of the other tiny homes that are in phase 1 and phase 2 are sold out and under construction at this point. So we are focusing solely on phase 3 in this session here. And that's where you see that red outline. There are 6 homes right there. 2 of them are sold. We do have the space to add additional homes just to the left of, if you can follow my cursor, this group of 3 over here. So we can add more in these 2 areas. We can add about 6 more if need be, depending on the demand in the market. But I have seen that these models are really quite popular. A lot of folks are looking for a more affordable entry into the market, but don't necessarily want to be giving up anything big. So with that being said, we're going to just go through the 2 tiny homes here. If you want to learn more about Aruna generally, feel free to reach out to us, info@lunarealtybelize.com. I'll also put a link below where you can request the brochure and learn everything about this property. This is specifically and solely talking about the tiny homes. So this is the first model that is available. It's a mono model. It does not come with that plunge pool that you see right out there, but it is available for just a small extra fee if you are interested in adding that individual plunge pool. I think this is one of the best options. Actually, I know this is one of the best options out there, based on what I've seen in the market, where it really combines comfort and practicality. That in total, this home is about 503 square feet. And when you include the furniture, and you're looking at about 260,000, affordable HOA fees at $300 a month. But as we take a look at the floor plan here and follow my cursor, you come in through the accessway. Obviously, there's a washer dryer hookup over there. And then you come into the open living area. There is a king size bed, so you're not giving up any comforts when it comes to your bed size. You do have a full kitchen, and then of course the bathroom. There is the outdoor terrace, and like I mentioned, you can also add the pool if you want to. So this I have found to be really just an easy floor plan. You don't necessarily need to be going up and down any stairs. You have everything right there. And something else I want to mention is the owner lockout closet. So if you do want to have your home in the rental market, you can put your personal items, your linens, whatever in this lockout closet, lock it up, and have what you need. So this is really an efficient, very efficient use of space. It has that full kitchen. I know that that's something that we get quite a bit because some people don't necessarily like studios because they think that they're going to be giving up a kitchen. This one does have that full kitchen. You can see it's more of that galley style. And then it does have, of course, as I mentioned, the full bathroom there, and then outdoor terrace. And depending where in the property you are, we have had some people request to make this terrace larger. That is possible. Again, just depending on where it is that you are owning. Now, I mentioned 2 prices. Prices may be different at the time that you're inquiring. Availability may be different at the time that you're inquiring, just depending on when it is that you're tuning into this. So please go in with that understanding that when you reach out to us, it may not be the same availability and may not be the same pricing. So just keep that in the back of your mind. The second tiny home model that I want to mention to you is the Kakora style. And this one, although we call it a tiny home, it is about 1,000 square feet. So it's not necessarily too tiny, but it does have everything in a loft style. So the footprint is fairly small, but then you do have that loft style for the additional square footage. And like we saw on the other home, on the Itzamana model, this does have that private terrace as well. And you can also add a plunge pool should you decide that you want to do that. So as we're looking here at the square footage, you can see it's almost double the size of the Itzamana, and it's starting at only 289.9. This is for the Canal-front units. And then if you're looking at the garden units for either Kakora or Itzamana, reach out to us and we can talk about some specials there. But then you're looking all in, not including closing costs, but with the furniture, you're looking at about 300,000. HOA for this is about $300 a month as well. Reach out to us. I can give you details of what's included in the HOA there. But you can see it's a pretty sleek design. We were going for more of that Tulum style, and I think that they really encompass that really well with the home here. So taking a look at the interior of the Kakora model, do want to note that as you're walking in, you have that full kitchen, have that living space, a little dining area. All the way in the back on the left-hand side, that is a little office space. Right-hand side is the bathroom area, and then upstairs is where you'll have your bed. Now, when you come in pre-construction, and all of the ones right now in phase 3 are pre-construction, we have not started on them yet, but do note that when you come in pre-construction, you can request change orders. Look at the floor plan. Maybe there's something that you want to modify. Maybe we were talking about making that deck a little bit bigger. If that's the case, then we can work with you on that and really customize it to your liking. I know that we've had owners previously who wanted to add a half a bathroom upstairs, so that if they had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night or whatever the case was, they didn't have to come downstairs, which I think is an awesome addition. And that could be something that perhaps you'd be interested in as well. But this really captures and has a great use of space. As you can see, as an open plan. And because it is a loft, you do have the high ceilings, which just make the space feel even larger. So this is the floor plan that we were talking about. Open space, going to the home office. There is that washer dryer there as well. And that's something that we talked about previously, is that you do have that washer dryer and also the owner lockout closet should you decide that you want to keep some personal items in there. But it has a really great use of space. If you do want to add a rooftop veranda, I know that that's something that's been added by folks as well when they're coming in from that pre-construction. So again, you just talk to us and let us know what your interests are, and we can certainly get those details for you. And then like with the other home, we can add a plunge pool if that is something that you'd be interested in. And I'm going to just go back to the rendering on the very first page here, because you can see too, just a little bit better what the exteriors, these are all the Kakora models. That's that larger, about 1,000 square foot tiny home. So you can see the veranda space, and they are located on the canals. Now, this is obviously just a rendering, as the homes are going to be a little bit more elevated than what you see here in the rendering. But it's a great way to really capture that, I'd say, that water element of having the canal close by, but also having your own space. I know for a lot of people, having a single family home is important, right? They're not necessarily looking to share walls, so like as in a condo or something along those lines. So you do really have your own space here. So there are the tiny homes that are currently under construction. These are the Kakora models. As you can probably tell by the elevated ceilings there, there will be the loft style. And then we do have an Itzamana also that is under construction. So at this point, if you are interested in learning more, do reach out to us. We'd love to get you the details. Some fun facts about these tiny homes is that the developer will offer up to 40% financing. And also, because they are pre-construction, there is a staged payment schedule based on the construction milestones. So I think this is a great option for somebody who doesn't necessarily want to put everything or have the ability, or necessarily, thinking about putting 100% down, like you have to do for general resales, right? This is going to be following the construction milestones. So I would say that the construction is going to start in about 3 to 4 months. And I would say by mid-2025 is when you can expect your tiny home to be completed. It'll be brand new, prefab, steel cut construction. So you're looking at really high quality, high grade construction materials, and they are just going to be stunning. There is the furniture package available should you decide you want to be in the rental program, or if you just want it to be absolutely hassle-free. But do reach out to us. We'd love to give you more information. We can also do a virtual walkthrough info@lunarealtybelize.com, info@lunarealtybelize.com. And if you're just interested generally in tiny homes and want to see what else is on the market, feel free to reach out to us. We have an incredible team of experts here at Luna Realty Belize, whose goal is to make sure that we are finding the right property for you. So, I do want to actually mention just a couple more things I realized I didn't add in here, and I apologize, but I do think it is important. So with the Kakora home specifically, do note that there will be solar. So this whole complex is connected up to the grid. It is public electricity, but the Kakora model will have solar panels. So it'll be solar during the day, hooked up to the grid at night. If you do want to have extra battery storage or battery storage added, we can certainly find that for you with the solar, but they will just be a basic solar system. And I do think that is really important. So you have this off-grid element, which also helps to cut back on utility bills. In addition to that, smart features can be added. So if you are somebody who would like to be able to control the temperature of your home, for example, let's say you drive up to Secret Beach and you realize, oh no, I left my AC on 65 degrees Fahrenheit. I really shouldn't have done that. I'm trying to save a little bit of power. Then you can go right there to your phone and you can turn that AC down or turn it off. In addition to that, you'll be able to unlock doors from your cell phone. A lot of those smart features will be integrated in if you decide to add that package. So and that's true for the Kakora or the It's a Mono model, not required. However, it is something that that certainly can be added if it's something that is of interest to you. Now, there are a lot more details. We're just skimming the surface here, but I think this is a really great option for somebody who's looking for a high quality, single family, brand new home. You are able to get that here in the form of a tiny home. And I think they're really quite cute and cozy looking. So again, reach out to us. My name is Rachel Jensen, and we would love to hear from you. Bye, everyone.